groundbreaking design, exceptional performance. This thing really hits the sweet spot between weight and power, and one of the best foldable e-bikes I've ever ridden. These are all things that have been said about the Carbo Model X, a lightweight, sleek, and compact bike with all the high-end parts that you want to see. So let's kick the review off with the speed test. Well, as far as power, it's got a 250 watt brushless Bafang motor, which you can upgrade to a 350 watt for about 150 bucks more. And that's powered by a 36 volt, 7 amp hour Samsung battery. And you can upgrade that to a 10.5 amp hour. It's got a USB port on the top and takes 3.5 hours to recharge. I couldn't find a speed rating, but there are 4 pedal assist levels. Let's see how fast I can go. Eco tops out at 10, Tour tops out at 12, Sport mode is 13, and Turbo is also 13. Now there is a speed and torque sensor. So if I increase my cadence, that does kick that up to 17 miles an hour. Really put a lot of effort. There's 19. I'm pedaling pretty quick. There's 21, 22. Now this is the type of bike where if you are pedaling, it doesn't do all the effort for you. The more you give, the more it gives. Now they give you the option to add a thumb throttle for an additional $50. My bike came with it. Going to show you how fast that can go. The throttle power doesn't depend on the pedal assist level. It gives you full power and tops the bike out at 16 miles an hour. 16 miles per hour is a little bit too slow for my liking. I need a little bit more speed on my bikes. The super light frame of only 29 pounds is the lightest bike I've ever reviewed and should help out in this next test. Now it can carry 220 pounds. I'm 185 and want to know how long it takes to hit 15 miles per hour. I gotta say, I'm actually impressed with the acceleration. It's a lot poppier than I was expecting. Now I wanna show you how reactive the pedal assist and throttle are. As far as the pedal assist sensitivity, it's got a single carbon drive belt system. So let's see how poppy it is from a standstill. There is, about 2 inches and that power comes on, and it actually is pretty poppy and zippy. And cruising around 10 miles an hour, if I stop pedaling, cuts off instantly. If I re-engage, man, power comes on within about a quarter of a revolution. And now for the throttle, slight delay. Pedal assist is faster off the line. Not really a sporty throttle. It's very easy to maintain a certain speed, just cruising at 12 miles an hour. If I release it, power cuts right off. If I re-engage, it's about a half a second before the power comes back on. I like the reaction time for the pedal assist. The throttle was a little bit too slow for a bike in this price range. You got a lot of torque for the size and weight of the bike at 45 Newton meters. I couldn't find a hill rating, but I did find a good size hill. I got a full charge on turbo mode, starting to climb now. This is a block long hill, 8% grade, full throttle, down to 10. This is the trickiest part. Holding at 9, down to 8 for a second. Oh, there's 7. Coming over the top. I'm surprised how well it did. Only got down to 7 miles per hour. I could definitely hit something steeper and longer. The motor sounded good. The bike felt like it had plenty of power to give. So really good hill climbing ability. Right side controls the rear brake, left side the front brake, and they got motor cutoff. For light braking, no pulsating, sounds good, very smooth. Then hard braking at 17 miles an hour, 3, 2, 1. Nice and smooth, controlled, no fishtailing. The Model X has a range rating of 19 to 34 miles. Here's what I got with the bike set to turbo. That wraps up the range test. My app recorded 10.94 miles with 430 feet elevation gain. And just a heads up, you do need to stop for a couple seconds to get an accurate read on the battery. Once you stop, it actually shows less than when you're going, which is the opposite of what I see on bikes. As far as stats, specs, things like that, starting off with the look and design, it is a very sleek frame. Up in the front, all the wiring is wrapped. It's nice and clean. The biggest appealing feature about this is just how lightweight it is. Now it just comes like this, but if you want to add some accessories, there is a rear fender, a front fender, and then a lightweight rack. They say it's a 3-step folding sort of deal, but there's a few more steps than that. First is just the seat. Second is the handlebars. Pedals go in, and then the frame, there's a push button. Pull out the lever, fold it in half. The nice thing about this, there's a magnet on the back end. It's crazy lightweight. You can pull out the saddle and use it to wheel it around. Nice, easy way to transport it. And then once folded, I could easily put it in the back of my buddy's car. A little bit snug, but it fits. As far as geometry, they say it can fit a rider 4'10" up to 6'5". That is a huge range for a very small bike. So putting the saddle all the way down, handlebars all the way down. If you're a tiny rider, this is now a tiny bike. So if you're 6'5", that actually might fit you. Look at the length of that seat. As far as balance, taking my hands off the handlebars, you know, decent for a bike this size. Usually these types of bikes don't have the best balance. It's kind of hard to ride without hands. Sometimes these smaller bikes are a little bit scary to ride at higher speeds. So let's see what the balance is like coming down a hill. There's 23, 25, 26. Actually feels really good. I wish that hill was longer because at 26, 27 miles per hour, the bike felt really good. As far as the cockpit, starting off with the handlebars, got a wide stance. It's about 3 inches wider than my shoulder, so it's very roomy and spacious for a smaller frame bike. Handling is very similar to other bikes like this. I call it loose and light handling, so it responds with just the slightest movement. Got a quick release, so if you want to adjust the handlebar system, you can rotate them. Next, there's Comfort Velo grips, which are really nice feeling. Moving towards the back of the bike, there's a Comfort Gel saddle. It is a bit hard for my taste. And then you got a punch-resistant Schwalbe 20 by 2 inch tires. I do have the tires deflated around the lowest recommended level, and at that point these sidewalk lines aren't that bad. But then coming off a curb, a 6-inch curb, sounded better than I thought it was going to. If you were in a place where the roads were pretty crappy, you would get a little bit tired of the bigger bumps. And then as far as the LED screen, just one singular piece, power button up top, just hold it down for a couple seconds. A little hard to see when the sun's hitting it, but it does have Bluetooth connectivity. And in the app, it monitors things like speed, calories, and distance. There's an M button, and that just scrolls through the different readouts. And then up and down to change the assist level. Hold down the top arrow to turn on the headlight. It's a pretty bright light. The tail light is separate. It just attaches underneath the saddle and can be charged via USB. The Model X is waterproof, has a 2-year warranty, and free shipping in the lower 48. My favorite feature with the Model X has got to be how lightweight it is. Super smooth ride as well. Hopefully you found this review entertaining, enlightening, and joyful, all the things. And I'll see you next time.